I think it is. I just found the craziest thing. I just dug up this probably 40-year-old tree right here. Dug around the tree, pushed it over, and as I pushed it over, there's something right there, and it looks like it's an old box or some sort of chest that was buried in the tree, grew right on top of it. Old 40-year-old tree right there. So I'm gonna see if I can get in here and figure out what this thing is. Oh, it is some sort of box. Holy crap. Y'all keep in mind, this thing is probably 4 or 5 foot underneath the dirt right here. And the tree was just growing right on top of it. And it is some sort of box. And it's heavy. Alright, I got it dislodged. John Doe, 18 something to 19 something. Is this an urn grave here? Let's find out. Oh. Holy sh! There's a bunch of coins in here. What? These are quarters in a bag or something. This is a bunch of money. What the? There's no way. Bro. Holy crap. Holy shit, guys. There's no way I just found this in this hole underneath this tree. If this is what I think it is.
Fuck.
It's testing day. I feel like it just factory reset. This is my best. Wait.
Hmm. It's right there. Okay.
Y'all behind another old bitch ass nigga gonna tell you, oh, I can't believe he did you that. Hey, he gonna do this thing here. Then you gonna be back. That dinosaur dick. Yeah, come on. Y'all behind another old bitch ass nigga gonna tell you, oh, I can't believe he did you that. Hey, he gonna do this thing here. Then you gonna be back. That dinosaur dick. Y'all behind another old bitch ass nigga gonna tell you, oh, I can't believe he did you that. Hey, he gonna do this thing. That bitch is crazy. Let me tell you why. She's crazy because she has so many thoughts in her head about what she might be doing. And it pisses her off, and she can't figure it out. That's why she sits in the house all day trying to put people. You to look down between your motherfucking legs, and you tell that pussy that I say have a nice motherfucking day. That pussy might be feeling a little down right now, but you tell that pussy I say have a nice motherfucking day. You to look down between your motherfucking legs, and you tell that pussy that I say have a nice motherfucking day. That pussy might be feeling a little down right now, but you tell that pussy I say have a nice motherfucking day.
To my people who
What's up? I don't know what exercise. Get your man out, squad. Get that trigger next time, nigga. Get your man out, squad. Get that trigger next time, nigga. Never apply cologne like this if you want compliments to last longer. You better only love me.
I'm only showing love to the motherfuckers that show love to me, because it ain't no showing up for ungrateful bitches no more, and it ain't no more pouring into people who...
You know I rated fair.
There, $50 for this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if you don't want all of us to be backed up, it's not you should lose. Right. What the fuck? Oh my god, this has been happening for the last couple of nights. I don't know what's going on. What the heck? Who the hell are you? I'm shit, and this is where I belong. I pay rent here, but who are you? Well, my name is Tongue. I've been a guest for the last couple of nights. You didn't tell him? I literally just told him. Did you not hear me? Shit, Kevius. Don't be getting no attitude with me. Shit, Kevius. Why is you letting this dog come up in here? I have no control over that. My existence is only for one purpose, and that's to exit when my time comes. Yeah, just don't exit now. Sir, please leave. I'm about to leave right now, child. That was just so wrong. Hey, I think I know who on the outside of this hole. Who? Future. Yeah, that's what. Put me like Justin Bieber. Go me. You wanna see my pecker?
Is that your beak?
You wanna?
How do I know she's the one? Because sometimes she talks to me and sometimes she ignores me, and I love that. You know, she's so crazy.
She does that?
Yeah. Somebody in the chat is
You don't want no more?
Nigga said,
Here. Fuck. Put that all up.
I just found the craziest thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that is your name. Why they call you perfect?
Laundry.
If you're not running ads,
This is what happened when...
be everything. Como el novio that she will show you.
There goes some matter.
Action on the action. Nigga, that cool. You gonna lose that fight, nigga. You gotta come in with some fucking energy, nigga. Yeah. Let's do that again. Action! What is the Michael Jackson head walk, nigga? Action! Time out. You can't be tough with a nipple out. You need one nipple. You can't be tough with a nipple out. Your shirt can't be buttoned down 4 or 5 buttons and you see that button and try and threaten nigga. That's just not that fight. That's not good. Is it me? That ain't nothing tough about that. John! What's your name, my nigga? Nigga, what the fuck you touching right there, nigga? Nigga, I said, what's your name, my nigga? Little bitch. I'll fucking turn that shirt inside out. What the fuck is you touching right there, motherfucker? You must not know who the fuck I am. You know who you rolling with, nigga? There's more than one nigga out here, nigga. You better look the fuck around, little nigga. I didn't see you the other day with that more nigga. Shit, with your motherfucking...
Worst day to have a bad hair day.
5 seconds. She don't like puberty. Get the fuck out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Action! On there.
I did.
Internet. I get clear. So if you roll, have no money. Just because you...
I need to go back in. My parents are broke as shit.
You've just arrived. How are you feeling?
Well, I just want to find the guy that's been bonking me on the forehead for the last 9 months. It took my mom 40 weeks to get me here. It took my dad about 13 seconds.
How's your first day experience?
They dropped my pacifier on the floor, then blew on it and gave it back. I swear I'm putting them in the worst nursing home.
What makes you mad, baby?
When grandma in my face saying goo goo gaga, but her breath smells like poo poo What?
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
No more? Okay.
That's good.
37, 59, 46. Fuck out of here, bro.
Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination.
Fuck out of here.
The doctor.
Hey, how you doing? Al Capone?
Damn, how do you?
They said they ain't going nowhere over the loudspeaker, dude. This dude's all tech. This dude ain't even getting away for shit. I gotta stop recording. This is the difference. I don't want your throat. I don't want that shit. Matter of fact, I want your friend. I'm allowed to switch. Really tired of being in the store. I'm about to quit. Somebody call my A&R now. Tell them get me out of here, cause I'm about to flip. I don't want your throat. I don't want that shit. Matter of fact, I want your friend. I'm allowed to switch. Really tired of being in the store. I'm about to quit. Somebody call my A&R now. Tell them get me.
Destiny Rising is better than Destiny 2, and I'm not range baiting. I'm sponsored. Anywho.
Right here. You see me so right above me? I gotta reload my guns. Hold on. My guns is not reloaded. I'm on my way back.
I'm down the door.
Is that it?
Yeah, Stacy.
He's right. He's cracked.
Hmm.
I'm lagging.
Oh? No more pickup? Hmm?
Yeah. Take time.
Killer, what you want?
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh, come on, Mike. Suzanne shitty ass. I don't know why he joined. Giving no call outs, just dying.
Get me in there.
I'm gonna give y'all honey packs.
I know, that's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. What was in the room? For a second.
Yeah, I was getting haunted by everybody and their goddamn fucking dad.
You have my monitor tilted.
Everybody was getting shit on.
Here, baby, pickaxe.
What was I have my monitor falling?
My man's gonna go broke, give me a damn, he can't work with me anymore. I mean, he got more gifts than a damn Christmas or something. Listen, I need to be serious for 1 second. I am truly inspired to helping you. I've been able to retire my parents. My kids are in good position today. I drive one of the best cars, if not the best car in the city. I drive one of the nicest houses in the cities. I fly private when I go places. I do what I want when I want. I don't have to report to anybody and have freedom in my life. It's called time and financial freedom. If you want this,
Station, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Fuck, in my accuracy, bro.
Gulag is your last. Fight to earn redeployment.
Fuck. Bro, your accuracy is garbage. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
You're not gonna believe it.
But like I said, it's no animosity. Like, we had an actually relatively easy divorce. It wasn't it didn't get real toxic. He didn't want it, but he didn't have no choice. I didn't really give him a choice. I'm black. Both my parents are black. Thank you. No, today I'm moving. Yay! I hate moving, Lola. Yeah. Moving sucks. The process, I mean, like, I hate the whole process. Like, once you get it done, it's wonderful. Me too, and I'm sick. Oh, no. I hope you feel better. I need to add you. Yes, add me. It's right here. This is my username. You be locked over here?
Teresita! See, Real Nicole, you could have had that.
Too late?
Yeah, too late. Real Nicole, you have 10 seconds.
You're going to be able to.
I ain't never threw a motherfucking shell that quick, boy.
My usual term.
Being ignored for hours.
A lot of people ball up their fist and put their thumb out like that. If you want to jam up your thumb and you knock a person out and you jam up that thumb, guess what? The person's still knocked out, but still, you're going to be hurting. Generally, you want to have the thumb tucked underneath here, right there. Makes a strong fist. Make sure you cover your bottom knuckles right here with that thumb right there. A lot of people ball up their... From this point forward, we will show no mercy.
They said start posting with those.
Yo, wait a minute. Bro, are you good?
Oh, boy.
Not hungry for...
So many people a bit of bitch my chillers. And mom,
Investing.
you buy low, sell high, jump on that. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Guys.
You should leave. When she labels every reasonable question insecure. Do you want your new father?
To question any of the lead investigators, if anything leading into this investigation?
Yeah, basically they destroyed all the police records. So you couldn't even call the Air Force and ask them if there was a vehicle accident in that time frame. So that's a big problem. We're losing data in real time. So we'll never be able to go back and track.
I think our federal government has a history of destroying records. Thank you very much, Mr. Dusatelli. Dr. Borland, as a geospatial intelligence officer, have you seen classified data indicating UAPs operate in restricted U.S. airspace, and has that information been withheld from Congress?
I have not in U.S. airspace. That is intelligence oversight, so I did not have domestic authorities.
After filing your Inspector General complaint over retaliation inside the Pentagon's UAP office, did you receive any kind of protection or just more retaliation?
Within the IG or Arrow, ma'am?
Either.
Arrow, they went after the staff member and classified everything, shut that down. The IG, to this day, I don't even know if my complaint's active. I know my attorney that represented me was very, very, very concerned. And the best of my understanding, I was determined credible, not urgent.
And do you think that experience would suggest that the internal UAP investigations may be compromised?
Possibly. I mean, it's so hard because this goes back to people doing the job they're told to do, and very few people are going to want to give up their careers, 20, 30-year pension, get rid of their kids' health care, get rid of their house. It's possible, yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Borland. Mr. Spielberger, do national security whistleblowers currently have any external appeals processes to challenge retaliation, or are they just stuck relying on the same agencies that they're accusing?
Congresswoman, this is one of the biggest concerns that we at POCO have, basically around the independence of investigations and accountability for retaliation. Basically, yes, national security whistleblowers have to rely on internal administrative processes that go through agency inspector generals. There are some differentiations, but the bottom line is that they are forced to rely on protection from the same agency they are alleging retaliated against them.
Thank you so much for coming forward, and we will do everything that we can to ensure that you are all protected. Thank you for trying to bring truth and transparency to the American people. Madam Chair, I yield.
I now recognize Mr. Burleson for about 5 minutes.
Thank you, everyone. It takes such great courage to come forward, and we acknowledge that, and I hope that you see that we are taking that seriously. And so very thankful for what you're doing today. I'm also very thankful for previous witnesses that have come forward. I see Matthew Brown in the audience. He courageously stepped forward and was as a witness.
Try to shoot again. Fuck! I'm done going to this motherfucking place, bro. I'm getting laid out. I'm getting laid out this morning. I need to fucking get the fuck out.
A dynamic, but not go further. He's a by-the-book guy, and until he gets clearance to say more about that, I don't think we're going to hear much more. But it's not ours. It wasn't ours. We didn't make it. We didn't know who made it and how it was built and how it operated. We've got at least one, and I don't know. I think that's enough confirmation that we do have recovered discs and materials.
Leslie, Mr. Borland, in the classified realm, have you been exposed to undeniable confirmation of NHI technology? And then my second question is BASE Systems involved in any way with reverse engineering exploitation of non-human intelligence craft?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation this year for that. Whether I'm legally even allowed to answer that, and whether you're even allowed to hear it, sir.
Okay. Again, you can sense our frustration. And so I just want to thank you for coming forward. We will continue to fight because, look, this is about making sure that this government belongs to the people and restoring the republic the way it was intended to be. Madam Chair, I also have further witnesses of courageous individuals. It was given to me by Dr. Stephen Greer, including Michael Herrera and his testimony. We have Roderick Castle and his testimony, Randy Anderson, his testimony, Stephen Digna, and others, 3 others, all saying similar things to what the witnesses today have said. And I would like to enter that into the record as well.
No objection.
Thank you.
I now recognize Representative Lee for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think we need to make sure that we don't get distracted by sensational stories only of unidentified anomalous phenomena and lose track of what the core of this hearing is about. This is all a perfect example of why whistleblowers are so important and why it's so important that we step up and protect them. With Trump, RFK Jr., EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, and others committed to dismantling government and firing professionals who do dare to speak out against the threats this administration's disastrous policies create, we have to focus on protecting all whistleblowers, not only the ones who are reporting on UAP. I'd like to thank the whistleblowers who have agreed to come before the committee today and speak their truth. This administration's claims to care about waste, fraud, and abuse, and so often it is the whistleblowers who care and who are the tip of a sword fighting against the real waste, fraud, and abuse. One study found that whistleblowers expose fraud at more than twice the rate of third-party auditors. So, Mr. Spielberger, what are some of the best examples of whistleblowers exposing fraud and abuse in the federal government?
Thank you, Congresswoman. Again, whistleblowers have played such a vital role across so many different issues. One prominent example goes back to the 2014 VA waitlist scandal. Pogo actually played a very instrumental role coordinating with Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. At that time, we received tips and whistleblower disclosures from over 800 different individuals talking about the VA subjecting veterans to extensive wait times in order to get the basic standard of care that they deserve. It certainly prolonged serious illnesses, even contributing to hastened deaths. And we were able to help shed more light on that issue, which I think just emphasizes the importance, even outside of the national security context. We are often still talking about serious issues and even life and death concerns.
And unfortunately, whistleblowing can lead to serious repercussions and retaliation, especially in this vindictive and lawless administration. Mr. Spielberger, in the past, what kinds of retaliation have they faced, and what are we seeing today under the Trump administration?
So we've certainly heard about a number of different examples of retaliation. One that I'd like to highlight that Mr. Borland referenced previously is retaliation through abuse of the security clearance process. That can have grave implications, not just for a whistleblower, but also their ability to seek legal counsel and defend themselves against retaliation. And when we look at the past several months of this administration, unfortunately, we've seen a really systematic approach of dismantling the nonpartisan civil service. We've seen the mass firings. We've seen undermining of independent agency watchdogs, mass firings of inspectors general, undermining
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I say thank you.
I say you're welcome.
I say thank you.
I say you're welcome. I say you're welcome. I say you're welcome. Hmm. Hmm? No, I didn't die. No way. Still alive.
forward under normal circumstances, and when we erode these entities that are expected and required to enforce whistleblower protections, fairly investigate their disclosures, it calls into question the integrity of their investigations and findings, whether they'll take whistleblowers seriously when they come forward, and whether we can trust that they will use their authority to enforce the protections of whistleblowers who do come forward, essentially whether they will continue in their role as an independent watchdog or basically become a lapdog for a current or future president.
Thank you, and I will take no more liberties. I yield back.
Thank you. I now recognize Mr. Crane for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Chairwoman, for holding this hearing. Thank you to the witnesses for appearing. In the effort of transparency here, I got to admit to the witnesses that, growing up, I really never believed in UFOs or any of this stuff. I always thought it was a little kooky and whatnot, but, after hearing, your testimony from honorable service members watching videos like my colleague, Mr. Burleson, just know where these things come from or, what they really are up to. But I'd like to start with asking the witnesses. Mr. Nusatelli, you were in the Air Force, right? Yes. Did you believe in UFOs prior to your encounter?
I've always been interested.
Okay. Chief Wiggins, you're currently in the Navy, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you believe in UFOs before your encounter?
I did. I'm from Las Vegas, and I've watched George Knapp my whole life.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Borland?
I have always been open to where facts go, so.
Were you guys scared or hesitant to come forward and tell your story because of fear and believing that you might be reprimanded or ostracized from society because of your stories? Mr. Nusatelli?
Yes, absolutely. I probably would not have come forward if I didn't have documentation to prove some of my story, and I also wouldn't have come forward without the people that paved the way for us in, the first congressional hearing.
Chief, what about you?
Once I got the okay from the Navy from top down, that gave me a level of relief. Prior to that, I didn't have any thought left or right of that, but thanked the Navy to give me the go-ahead, and that gave me the relief that I would not have any level of reprisal or anything happen to me.
Mr. Borland, how about you?
Absolutely. I mean, after I went through everything, it was pretty clear that I caused a major issue in the executive branch, so I did what I was supposed to do, and that's why I haven't spoken publicly. That's why I'm happy to be here. This is how I wanted this to be done in regards to me.
I said, I love you
Mr.
too.
Borland, why do you think that you faced reprimand and discipline for your to come forward and be transparent about what you saw?
About what I saw.
I love you too. I love you too. Yeah, I love you too.
Well, it was late.
Thank you. Mr. I watched many of your videos
I love you
on Joe
too.
Rogan and other places. One of the big questions, I think for many of us, is why do you believe that the federal government about this issue?
I think there's probably multiple reasons. At the start, when these things first started invading our sky, or two, and we didn't know what they were, and they didn't want to panic the public, and that was probably a good call. Over time, I think the lying sort of became institutionalized. Flights over Washington, D.C. in 1952, they're seen, they're captured on radar, jets are chased after these objects, and then we get an explanation. It was a temperature inversion. And those kind of lies have been told for a long time. What was told to me by an investigator from Congress, a guy named Richard D'Amato, who was sent after this story by Robert Byrd and Harry Reid. He came out to Nevada, tried to get into Area 51, did get in there, looked around, talked to people, tried to get to the bottom of it. He believed that this program, reverse engineering, etc., was had been moved inside these corporations. And he said, when this comes out, people are going to go to prison. And he meant people who were basically misusing legitimate national security funds, tens of billions of dollars, in order to keep this cover-up going. I also believe there's a legitimate reason for the cover-up in that there is an undeniable connection of national security involved in this technology. If we are racing for it to master that technology against the Russians and the Chinese, which is what I have been told by Senator Reid and many others, then it is a race that's critical to our survival. There could be a form of disclosure, I think. Yes, it's real. It's from somewhere else, without revealing all the details that would allow someone else to have an advantage in the race for this technology.
Thank you. Finally, I'd like to enter into the testimony a letter I sent to the DOD regarding the case of Major David Charles Grush, a UAP whistleblower who's been extremely helpful to this committee. Unfortunately, due to his participation in the disclosure of UAP, he suffered reprisal like the removal of his clearance, denial of promotion, and loss of medical retirement. I wrote the DOD on July 24th, 2020. And I'm still waiting for a reply. I appreciate any help the committee can offer to get a response. Thank you. I yield back.
Without objection, we'll be following up with the DOD after this hearing. Thank you, Representative Crane. I'd like to, next like to recognize Representative Gill for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman Luna, for holding
I'm
this
watching
hearing.
this, baby girl. You're gonna be allowed to see the UFOs and shit.
My first question is to Mr. Knapp. Mr. Knapp, how do we know that the files that you obtained from the former Soviet government are not BS and just given to you as a disinformation campaign against the U.S. government?
That's a good question. So I shared some of them with the Senate Intelligence Committee when I first got back because that was requested by the Russians who shared some of that information with me. Secondly, I gave all of that material to the DIA through BASS, the OSAP program, sorry for the acronyms.
Can you name names real quick? Sorry.
At BASS or OSAP?
Who did you give them to directly?
I gave them to Robert Bigelow and to Jim Lukatsky. And they had hired a whole team to go through them and retranslate them and analyze it, and they created a structure of how the UFO programs in the USSR and Russia were put together. They said they were real. The other person who said they were real is David Grush.
Noted. Thank you. Representative Gill.
And thank you. I'd like to yield the remainder of my time to Eric Burleson.
Thank you, Representative Gill. Mr. Wiggins, Chief Wiggins, in your view, what mechanisms, such as internal protocols, witness debriefings, or cross-agency documentation, should be better established in order to ensure that such a credible sighting, like the one that you have given, are preserved and made available to oversight bodies like this?
Thank you, sir. As a active duty Navy member, our mission is to carry out the ship's mission or the command's mission, and we, on a general basis, don't have knowledge of what to do when we see things like this. We just don't. We're there to do our mission and do what's told of us, right? So I think what would be important is giving active duty members a clear way of being able to report things like this to where it gets to this point, and ensuring that we have a standard level of understanding that there won't be any level of reprisal or anything happening, because, I've been in the Navy for almost 24 years, but what about the sailors that I've been in for 2 years that experience things like this? They're not going to have the knowledge, or they'll probably be a little bit more fearful to speak up, being it that their career is just starting.
Yeah, I want to commend you. You're the first witness to come forward that is currently serving, and it's recognized. So I thank you. And your testimony is unbelievable. Let me ask this question: are you familiar with the Witness Protection Act that Representative Burchett has filed?
I'm not too familiar, sir.
Anyone on the committee familiar with it? It's fantastic. It's the language that we need. It's the language that will protect whistleblowers from any kind of reprisal, and yet it's again and again blocked by this body in some way. Many times it's being blocked not by elected officials but by staff behind the scenes. And the other bill, the UAP Disclosure Act, which was filed last year, Senator Schumer, who I cannot a topic that he and I agree on, but he and I agree on this topic. He is sponsored in the Senate. He put it on the National Defense Authorization Act last year. Remarkably, I can't get it on it was stripped out by the